Hi guys, I'm Uncle Richie.
Yo, what up? J Money's back.
And this is CTEN. And you're listening to...
Rah, rah, rah. Uncle Richie, how's your Saturday morning going? Tell us about your routine this morning.
Oh shit. So I woke up and I was deciding whether I should go to gym or go for a run. Me just skinned out go gym because I don't know. When you just don't want to see people,
Yeah, I know that.
you're in that mood where like you don't want to work out and be around people.
Yeah.
So I decided to go for a run.
Oh, nice. Good choice.
Yeah, but I don't know. Gym would have been easier, but no, the run was good. It's set me up for the day now.
Oh, I think it's always good to, have some kind of physical activity in your day, whether it's in the morning or the afternoon. Depending on what kind of physical activity it is.
Nighttime.
That's your nighttime cardio.
I am.
If you're an
You could do it morning time
morning
too.
yeah. Athlete of the nightlife.
Hey, shit! I haven't heard that statement in a long time, actually.
Yeah, true. Wow.
Something lo la yang pla.
Now some old and graying and
Time lo malolo leg.
malolo a little bit. Settle it down a bit.
Time lo relax him job.
Relax him. Antap na tamblo.
Aye.
Anyway, I was gonna say, what's been happening around Brisbane? Obviously, we touched on work a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Around the fire, that was good.
Great episode.
By the way, we are trying to make that a monthly thing moving forward for the uncles. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So definitely watch out for the next Around the Fire.
uncles around the fire.
Yeah, but Brisbane in general, I think Brisbane is growing, at a rapid pace. Lots of people seem to be migrating to Brisbane, especially people from interstate, whether that's Victoria or New South Wales, and lots of different hotspots are opening up.
Yeah.
You've got David Mead's rooftop called
yes.
Sunsets.
Is that the one near Gabba? Yeah.
Oh man, it looks really, really good.
Oh, that's one. I think one place we'll have to hopefully visit. Definitely.
Yeah, maybe we can do the uncle's Christmas party there.
Oh, hey, Uncle's Christmas party. All are welcome.
Although it won't be free drinks because we're not making money.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah. Well, when the check comes in, that you can guarantee that's going on the tab. So
Yes. So hopefully the check comes in before the Christmas party.
yeah.
But no promises.
Funny story actually about that rooftop area. When I was working with Stephen Mead, so David Mead's elder brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
He mentioned one time when they were just sort of doing their maintenance and doing that little upgrade in that in their room before they moved in. Some people thought it would be nice to some of the people living on that floor actually went into that room when everything was on lock. It's still under construction.
Yeah.
I think it was the cricket or the AFL. Some drunk sort of guys went into that apartment, broke in, put down chairs. Sitting on the top and looking onto the Gabba and watching the game, and
Oh wow.
and they rocked up, and David Mead rocked up, and they were all starstruck, and it was just so awkward. Anyway, the police got involved. They all got charged.
Oh. Yep, that's breaking and entering right there, and also trespassing.
Yeah, definitely.
For those people that know those things.
Yeah. So all you like lawyers or even some of you that have done some time. No, joke. We won't get into that.
But yeah, so David Mead's got Sunsets at the Gabba. You've got new Eagle Street Pier opening up, which is
Ooh.
Fridays, and that whole
Yeah.
Jade Buddha section.
That's been a 2-year project or something. They've been upgrading
Oh
it.
man,
It's
it's
good
still
now.
going. It's
Oh,
still
wow.
going. There's a few new spots that have opened up around it, but the actual Eagle Street Pier spot, I think, is planned for 2026
Yeah, wow.
to be finished. It's gonna be gradual stages opening up, but that'll be exciting. That'll be good because it'll take some people away from Howard Smith Wharves.
Yeah.
I think it's just too packed down there
Oh,
now.
it is. Yeah, it gets chockers on the weekend. Like it's it's only a 5 to 10 minute walk around the bend. So
Yep.
it'll be a really hot section.
Yeah.
In the coming years, definitely.
Yeah.
What I was gonna ask as well, why do you think people are moving to Southeast Queensland, in particular Brisbane? What's the main attraction in your own opinion?
Yeah, that's a great question. Brisbane, I think I heard this stat. There's about 270 sunny days in Queensland, all year round. So you're not, we've just finished winter. We're at the start of spring, and you and I are in, shirt and shorts.
3 days ago, I was in a sweater or a jumper, and it was freezing.
So I mean, the weather's great. The sun's always out. It doesn't take you long to get from Brisbane North to Brisbane South. It's probably about 40 minutes with no traffic. Public transport's fine at the moment. So it's just a really nice city to live in.
Definitely.
And if you're in New South Wales or Victoria, it's cold all the time. You probably live 40 minutes or 30 minutes outside of the city. I'm just going off of what people I know are experiencing down there, some of my mates and work colleagues. So I think that's why they're coming up here to Brisbane.
Yeah, definitely weather, work, I'm pretty sure. A lot of projects going up. As you know, the Olympics are, is it the Olympics coming up in 2032? So that will mean a lot of projects, different professionals moving in just to get that stuff done, all in preparation. And then as Richard touched on, all the nightlife, all the social life happening. Brisbane's definitely stepped up in the last 10 years for sure.
Oh yeah, and the housing prices is another big one. If you're someone that lives in Sydney or Melbourne, and you're paying rent, and say you're paying rent $600 or $800 in some places for a 2-bedroom apartment in Sydney. You move to Brisbane and you can pay $600 for a 2-bedroom apartment, and you're 5 minutes away from the city.
100%. Yeah.
So there's a lot of options that you can weigh up, and I think that's why people are moving up here, just for prices.
Yeah, house prices, living costs.
Yeah, living costs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Still on the rise, living costs, but very gradually, very slowly. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I think the main thing that we have to remember is even in those places where it's really busy, I'm pretty sure it's compared to other cities, it's relatively easy to. Well, it's becoming a little bit more difficult, but to get housing, the whole process, whether it's like inspections or anything like that, I'm pretty sure in Sydney, Melbourne, there's waiting lists for inspections, and
unless you're willing to pay more.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Brisbane's just sort of, well, since I've been looking anyway, it's been pretty difficult to.
Starting to get like that now. Yeah,
it's rubbing off. I think the whole push, as you said, the drift up north is becoming somewhat of a factor in that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Have you been to PNG recently? When was the last time you were up there?
Actually, I was actually up there in April.
Oh yeah, so
I mean,
not too long ago.
Not too long ago, actually. The last 2 trips I've been up there, I've been there for less than a week. So
short time.
Yeah, just short time, just go visit the parents. That's why I thought. When you asked me in the other episode how my parents were and everything,
Yeah.
I actually hadn't hung out with them properly for the last 2 years, but it's just been real quick, like
Yeah.
a few days and that. But yeah,
Yeah. And how's Pom, just from what you've seen going around and
oh yeah, made lots of development, a
yeah.
lot of housing development. I think you're starting to see a little more of that. The side of there's a new sort of generation of Papua New Guineans, young, up and coming, people that have worked hard and earned some good money, and like you're starting to see that cream rise to the top. Obviously, because of it's a little bit difficult in PNG at the moment. So the people that really strive to try and make it like like make good living in an environment like that, but holding it together for their families and
Yeah.
their professions. I'm pretty sure there's a big rise for that, and there's some hot spots as well, just like we said about Brisbane.
Yeah.
I see Cabbage Gang all the time posting, and whether it
Shout
gets
out to Cabbage Gang.
shout out Cabbage Gang. How are you, bro? Yeah, if they, there's a lot of different spots there. Like I haven't been up and around different areas. In Mosby, I'm always sort of just at home, but when I do head up to Mosby, and you can tell there's a vibe and it's thriving. That everyone's hustling. It's a dogfight, really.
Yeah. No, it's nice to hear that because I know the next elections it's gonna be a big one because yeah, like you said, there's a middle class of people who are striving to do their best and earning their own income and
Yeah.
buying properties,
Buying
and
property.
buying their own houses for their families.
Yeah.
So it's just really nice to see. And I know a few of those people. Some of them are my friends, or some of them are family friends that are quite older, and they've bought their own houses and set their families up. So it's just really nice to see because at the end of the day, we're here in Brisbane, in Australia, and we're blessed and grateful to be able to live here and have the opportunities that we get, and
Yeah.
you know all the other things that come with it. But I mean, these guys and girls, are back home, and although there's a lot of adversity to get through and face, they're really doing amazing things.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm pretty sure, like I looked on LinkedIn as well, just going off the top of that, the back of that. Monam CSN, she's
yeah.
posted that I think that the property that she was looking after has been sold out. So that
Oh, wow.
the new estate.
Wow.
I forgot the name, man. I'm so sorry, but yeah, that just goes to show there's
There's people there.
there's people doing massive things in the professional scene.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, there are people striving to do the best, and I think that's the biggest thing that I noticed when I was in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, it's just beautiful to see.
Yeah, definitely.
We love hearing these stories of trailblazers and
Yeah.
people choosing to do what they want to do and doing well at it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully the end goal for us would be to ultimately bring those people on and have a discussion with them about why they chose that, what didn't work well for them, how did they come onto this path.
Yeah.
We want to be able to bring those voices to light, not just those trailblazers that are doing well, but also your everyday Papua New Guinean who's working hard and striving to achieve their goals.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. And I think the biggest thing with achieving your goals is obviously, you don't sometimes, most of the time, you don't get to where you want to be the first time, but, going back and then pushing again, like it's that bounce back when you fall. What are some of the things, I guess, if you think back to some of the things that you've done in your life or the times that you've sort of failed in a few things, how did you come about bouncing back from them?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I look back and I think it's definitely you need to have a wider view of things, or a bigger perspective. As I said previously, once you get, say, constructive criticism or something like that, you need to be able to take a step back and not get angry, or get angry, but not to the point where it throws you off the rails and you start to go against whoever gave you that constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, and I know we touched a bit on this on the Around the Fire episode, but it's definitely about just having that bigger view, bigger perspective, knowing that, wait, let me take a step back. I am actually where I am right now. I am so grateful to be able to be in Brisbane, Australia, working with this company. I'll message one of my cousins, who's in the village, and they're having issues or challenges day in, day out, and they're struggling. So thinking about those things, or whether it's your family in Palm, it just gives you a perspective of your boss just told you you need to get this thing right, and now you're kicking up a storm. Meanwhile, you have family back home who are struggling to find a job, look for money to pay for bills, power, electricity, while you've got everything here, and you're just crying about one little
mishap.
Little no.
Oh, yeah. It's not even a...
Like, so I think for me, it's just thinking about those things, and they come in handy, especially when, say, if I'm tired in the morning and I don't want to wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Then you go, well, if you don't want to wake up, then what's the reason? Like, you're just being lazy now. Because if anyone in PNG would swap positions with you, they would kill, to be in your position, and they would do, if they had the opportunity, probably a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's true. That's true.
So it's good to have that mindset as well.
Yeah, definitely a really good way to bounce back. Putting things into perspective, doing a bit of mental comparison with some people that you might think are fine, but everyone has their challenges. So no, that's a great one. Another thing I think I wanted to really unpack and touch on is I know we spoke about goals in the start of the year. I think we touched on them at the fire. What would you do, say, if some of those goals are, they're achievable, but you're just not getting there. You're just not seeing those results. Maybe, it's time for a reassessment of what those goals should be. Or
that's exactly it, right? Like, a reassessment of those goals. Jackman touched on this in the early eps. It's about, setting those SMART goals, the SMART framework, and actually looking at, are those goals achievable? And then unpacking the in-between. So I need to do this and this and this to be able to get to that.
That's right. Yeah.
So, and if you can't get to that, then that's fine. I mean, no one's perfect, right? You're not gonna get all of your goals, but it's always important to do the little things, I find, and that's a great, something I've learned from footy, right? If you see those guys that are always staying after and kicking the ball, or staying back and doing extra tackles, extras, that all those little things add up, so that when you come to game day, you perform to the best of your ability. It becomes second nature. It's just, it flows naturally. So, I mean, big one for me is just routine. If you have a good routine and you say you're going to get up, you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and you set up, priorities throughout the day, then you're just setting yourself up for other things, for those goals that you set for yourself. So definitely a big routine, but also a reassessment if those goals don't look like they're gonna.
come to fruition. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I think the
What do you think, Charles?
yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm pretty sure reassessing, like looking at what you've achieved, being obviously accepting that you're finding a few challenges in reaching those goals, but then reassessing, adjusting where maybe where you could sort of just make that goal a little bit what is it, attainable? Is that one of those smart?
Yeah. Change a few words and
Yeah,
maybe not, like, say for example, if you're an astronaut, don't, you know, don't say you wanna land on the moon. Maybe just start off.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the takeoff first.
let's take off. Let's get into space first.
Don't be silly with your goals.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So attainable is one of those big ones, and that's why they're called SMART goals. Because if you set them a little bit, like if you're a bit ridiculous, obviously it's not that smart.
No,
It's in the name.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was a great app, C10.
No worries, Uncle Richie.
Thank you very much for your time again.
Happy to be here as always.
See you guys over and out.
Laters.